how's it going? So in today's video, we are going to be setting up this Aqua Garden mini pond kit from Aquascapes. We unboxed this recently. I didn't actually unbox the whole kit and show you all the pieces because I didn't want to lose anything. But right after we got done with the unboxing, which we did on the grass in the shade, the grass sprinklers turned on. And so that's why the box looks like it does. But I thought I would take everything out and kind of line it all up and then see what we've got here for supplies and then just try to put this thing together. And I think it's going to be really fun because I don't typically do a lot with pond or water gardening type of things. So definitely jump in the comment section if you have any comments about the plants or anything like that, because I think we're going to be all learning here. I did go and pick up some plants at the pet store because there isn't anywhere in our area that has like legit pond plants for sale this time of year. I did call around to see, but nobody has anything left, so I just thought we would use like the Sansevieria here. They can handle bog or water situations. We can wash all of the soil off of its roots. I've got some bamboo. There's some other things here. I had a piece of driftwood on hand, which I just washed. That's why it's all wet. In fact, this is the one we installed all the succulents on years ago. See, I like keep props around forever because you never know when you're going to want to use them. And then I've got rocks and stuff like that. So I think we're just going to get right into this box and see what we've got going here. Cheddar's going to be maybe joining us. Hey, Cheddar. Okay, so first thing in here is the guide, instructions and maintenance. That's good. Set that aside. Ooh, this box is heavy. This box must have rocks in it. Let's check it out. Yep. Are these like the hydroton, whatever, like planting medium? Which I did buy some planting medium for pond plants as well. We've got some black shiny stones and like mixed color, kind of browns, creams, grays stone. I do have the hose strung over here as well, and I'm thinking we're gonna have to rinse all of this stuff before we put it in so our water doesn't get all cloudy. Okay, next up is the actual reservoir. In fact, let me move the box off. So it's a really thick plastic, dark brown. Oh, this looks like it's gonna be easy. So this just like clips on the side at some point, like that. There's a cord that goes to I don't know what. Here is our pump, it looks like. And then there is a washer. So that's pretty much what comes in the box right there. So I think at this point what we're gonna do is just set up a couple of cameras and I will attempt to put this together and then we'll kind of run through the steps. Well, that ended up being really easy to put together, and I used almost all of the plants that I bought, which makes me happy because oftentimes when I'm buying stuff for something I'm not really sure of, like size and scale and all of that, I always tend to overbuy big time, and I didn't in this case, which is so nice because I don't know what I would do with them because I don't have anything else like this around the house. So basically the setup was rinsing the pieces, so rinsing this reservoir, and then rinsing like the waterfall piece that you clip to the back, and then you rinse the rocks that come with it and the clay grow medium, which looks like this right here. It's really buoyant. This I learned after I turned the water on for the first time, and I had a bunch of these floating down, like coming down the waterfall into this reservoir and floating around. So the whole point, it says this in the instructions, is you put the clay grow media in there, you put your plants in, and then you weigh it all down, like you top dress the whole thing with the black stones. And that way the weight of the black stones keeps your clay media from going everywhere. So I had to take a couple plants out and fix all of that. I did end up using, I think I called this a Sansevieria in the beginning of this video. Sansevieria. I kind of immediately had that check in my mind, like that wasn't right. It's a spathiphyllum, it's a peace lily, which really likes this type of situation. We've had them down at the garden center, we trialed them in all kinds of different like indoor pond situations, and they really did well. So this is the type that gets the white kind of cupped blooms. And I really like the leaves on this. I think that this needed height. It needed some like weighty structure. And then I used the piece of driftwood that I had on hand. I used a couple of larger rocks that I keep around for just fairy gardens or other like random projects like this that crop up. And then I used a mixture of like submersible aquatic plants. I honestly don't know a lot about these, so this is going to be an interesting experiment for me. I have worked with aquarium plants a tiny little bit with some degree of success inside. I've kept them for several years at a time in like enclosed, non-filtered, no water moving situations, and I've done fairly well. But I think they're going to like this even better with water moving, with air kind of entering the water. Again, I don't know a whole lot about it. And then, so they've got the submersible ones, and then we've got ones that need to kind of stay up out of water a little bit. So I just think it turned out to be a really interesting, kind of like jungly looking outcome, I guess you could call it. And the other thing I really liked about this is it has an LED tube light under there. You can kind of see it shining. Of course, we'll hopefully get some good shots tonight when it's like dusk or, you know, getting close to dark out here. And we can see what this looks like at that time. But I love the fact, like, you can hear the water a little bit. It's very soft, but that typically means that you're not dealing with any mess. When you have a really nice sounding fountain, that usually means you're dealing with water splattering to some degree. So when you have a soft sound like this and you don't have any splattering, that means you can use it inside or outside. Like I could put this on a table inside later on when it gets colder. And then we don't deal with the mess, and we deal with less water loss too, so we don't have to fill it quite as often. The one other thing I forgot to mention about the spathiphyllum is it was potted in potting soil. So I did remove that from its can, and I rinsed off as much of the soil off of the roots as I could. And that was kind of perfect because I was able to separate it a little bit. Like this is the main part of the plant, and then I separated a few of the little babies off so I could kind of extend the use of the plant and draw some of that interest over this way. So that's pretty much it for this project. It was just a really fun experiment, and I thought you guys might enjoy seeing this come together because it's quite different than a lot of the other things that we put together. And a huge thank you to Aquascapes for sending this out. I mean, we're not partnering with them or sponsored by them or any of that. They did send this out a while ago, but it was a really fun experience to put this together. And then I'm excited to learn a little bit more about the plants that are in here. I think this will be really good learning tool for myself. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.